Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining our Sanctuary community in celebration. Sanctuary Church is a 508c1a faith-based organization. Our faith in sacred mushrooms stems from prehistoric use by our ancestors and personal experiences of our modern members. Psilocybin mushrooms are one of the greatest sacraments that nature offers, raising our awareness so that we can access a direct connection to the source of life. It is our sincere belief that consumption of psilocybin-containing mushrooms is a communion which brings us closer to what we commonly call God. We understand this concept as pure consciousness, which permeates all being. This pure consciousness is, we believe, the ineffable source of creation and the origin of health and well-being. Our vision and mission at Sanctuary is to live in a world with supportive and joyful communities, empowered to discover our own divinity with sacred mushrooms and each other. We are bringing people together for healing and connection to divine revelation through the communion with sacred mushrooms. Oops. We ask you to mute your mics if you're not already muted. The 30-minute service portion of our gathering is being recorded and will be posted on YouTube for community viewing. We'll begin with a short guided meditation, followed by 2 readings, facilitate our journal prompt, and the discussion following service. Prior to the 90-minute discussion, we'll invite one of our community leaders to share some sanctuary announcements, updates, and FAQs. And we invite you to find a comfortable space where you can settle in and be present for today's service. And I would like to now invite Courtney to lead us in a meditation.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Amy. Yes, I invite you all now to join me in a winter solstice inspired meditation. Winter solstice time marks the longest nights and the shortest days of the year. And since ancient times, long ago, this has been seen as a powerful time for inner reflection, renewal, and connection to the cyclic nature of the seasons. So I invite you now to make yourself comfortable in a quiet space where you can relax without interruption and adjust your position where you need to become more comfortable. You might stretch your arms up in the air if you need to just let out any stagnant energy, do any arm shakes. And when you're ready, settle in, gently close your eyes, and take a few intentional, calming breaths in through your nose, then exhaling out through your mouth. And as you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth a couple more times, release any tension or stagnant energy that you may be carrying. I invite you to open your heart and mind to receive whatever insights this winter solstice journey has to offer you. As you continue to settle into this meditation, just breathe naturally as you normally would. And utilize your mind's eye and your imagination to join me in this winter solstice meditation journey. As the sun sinks lower into the sky and the nights grow longer, you feel the ancient pull of winter solstice time. And as you become more comfortable, allow your body to relax into the enveloping darkness of winter solstice. Take a deep, slow breath in through your nose, sensing the cool air entering your body. And exhale softly through your mouth, releasing any more tension that you have right here with you. And as you continue to breathe with each inhalation, feel your body becoming heavier, sinking into the surface below you. And with each exhalation, any tightness melts away. And as you continue to breathe, start by softening your facial muscles, smoothing out your forehead, relaxing your jaw, relaxing the area around your eyes. Feel the tension releasing from your neck and your shoulders as they gently sink down, settling into your body. Notice your stomach and your back muscles and let them soften. Relax your arms and your legs, feeling them become heavy and limp. As darkness falls on the year's longest nights, your whole body is relaxed and at ease. The seasons turning stirs your soul, whispering of reflection, renewal, and new beginnings. Set your intention for this winter solstice time journey. What do you seek or hope to manifest during these sacred nights? Hold this in your mind as your guide for the duration of this meditation. With your mind's eye, see in the distance a warm, welcoming glow of firelight. As you draw near to the fire, you find yourself at the threshold of an ancient stone circle, flanked by towering oak trees. You join a tribe of our community celebrating winter solstice time together. The firelight casts dancing shadows across weathered rock, colored by silver by the moonlight. You take your place around the fire, surrounded by ancient sentinels that have watched over uncounted turns of the seasons. The fire smoke carries scents of pine and cedar, and you add your voice to the songs being sung, feeling connected to those who have gathered here through the ages. Find a seat before the fire and see your eyes closing, turning your focus within, your breath deepening as you journey inward. See the snowflakes twirl through the cold, crisp air, landing on your hair and your shoulders. Above you, the cosmos sprawls, infinite stars flickering in the vast darkness. Make a silent wish or intention for the coming year, and know that you walk this path along with your ancestors. Though the seasons change, the wheel of life continues to turn. I invite you to sit with this intention for the next few moments. When you're ready, gently return your awareness back to the stone circle, to the warmth of the fire, surrounded by our community members, celebrating and holding space with each other. I invite you to offer up gratitude for the stillness and space for reflection these solstice nights will provide us. And as darkness envelops you on the longest nights of winter, know that the light will soon return. But for now, soak in the silent mystery and wisdom that darkness offers. Listen to the seeds stirring deep within you, ready to emerge with the coming light. And with your mind's eye, see the first tentative rays of sunrise begin creeping above the horizon. Visualize the light growing and spilling across the bleak midwinter landscape. Imagine the darkness dissolving, icy shadows retreating, and the promise of renewal stirring deep within you in tandem with the awakening earth. May you welcome the return of the sun with an open heart and spirit of optimism. Reflect again on the intentions you set for this winter solstice time. And with that, I invite you to slowly return your awareness to your body within the space, in the room that you're in. You may, before you open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Just gently bringing your awareness back into the service space. You may give a full body stretch and open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Courtney. It's beautiful. Before we move into our readings, and while we're still in this mindful, centered space, I invite us all to place our hands on our heart as we take a few moments to send loving intention to our sacrament and to all who cultivate or consume these sacred mushrooms. Without these gifts of our Creator and the communion of our members, this community would not exist. The healing brought on by our sacrament is not limited to the times when we consume the mushrooms, but extends into all aspects of our lives and spreads like mycelium around our world. It is through intention and attention that we call forth the healing power of the mushroom and the community that we have formed around it. Let us use our ever-expanding awareness to create greater peace and healing in our world. Let us radiate gratitude from our hearts to our Creator, to our community, and to those who cultivate our sacrament, for these gifts impart healing to those who commune with love and sincerity. In cultivating and consuming this sacrament, we become aware of the oneness of life, the knowing that we live in all things and that all things live in us. Let us apply this understanding to all of our relationships and aid us on our journey as members of the human family. Thank you, everyone. And our rotating text today was selected by our lead community minister, Eric Osborne, and comes from the book, A Course in Miracles. I invite our volunteer, James, to read this aloud.
Whenever you question your value, say, God itself is incomplete without me. The truth about you is so lofty that nothing unworthy of God is worthy of you. Grandeur is of God only. Therefore, it is in you. Whenever you become aware of this, however dimly, you abandon the ego automatically, because in the presence of the grandeur of God, the meaningless of the ego becomes perfectly apparent. When this occurs, the ego believes it has been attached and attempts to offer gifts to get you to return to its protection. Self-inflation is the only offering it can make. The grandiosity of the ego is its alternative to the grandeur of God. Which will you choose? Grandiosity is always a cover for despair. It is without hope because it is not real. It is an attempt to counteract your littleness, based on the belief that littleness is real. We have said that ego vacillates between suspiciousness and viciousness. It remains suspicious as long as you despair yourself, and shifts to viciousness when you decide not to tolerate self-abasement. Then it offers you the illusion of attack as a solution. When threatened, the ego decides to attack now or wait until later. If you accept its offer of grandiosity, it will attack immediately. Otherwise, it will wait. But from your grandeur, you can only bless because your grandeur is your abundance. By blessing, you hold it in your mind, protecting it from illusions and keeping yourself in the mind of God. Your grandeur is God's answer to the ego because it is true. Littleness and grandeur cannot coexist. Truth and littleness are denials of each other because grandeur is truth. When grandeur slips away from you, you have replaced it with something you have made up. Perhaps it is a belief in littleness. Perhaps it is grandiosity. You cannot triumph unless you are exalted, and in this state, you will seek others like you and rejoice with them. God wants you to behold what is created because it is God's joy. What can be real that has no witness? You are altogether irreplaceable in the mind of God. No one can fill your part in it. To accept yourself as God created you cannot be arrogance, because it is the denial of arrogance. To accept your littleness, this is arrogance, because it means that you believe your evaluation of yourself is truer than God's.
Thank you, James. Please take out your pens and journals, and we will have 5 minutes of reflection using the following prompts. How do you distinguish grandeur from grandiosity? Are you able to understand yourself as essential to the mind of God? And we'll have an opportunity to explore this further once we start our discussion after service. I'll go ahead and set the timer for 5 minutes. We have about a minute left to finish up your thoughts. All right, we're going to head on to the next portion of our service. The paradoxical nature of life and its mysteries are best experienced through the ineffable space we find in our communion with the mushroom. For more than 2,000 years, the Tao Te Ching has provided guidance and instruction for exploring the paradox of existence. It is for this reason that we employ the Tao Te Ching as our primary sacred text and invite all to study it further as you dive deeper into the mystery of life. And I invite Chris to read today's Tao Te Ching chapter aloud.
Thank you, Amy. I'm going to send a shout out to my buddy Justin, who did this awesome mushroom tapestry. I met him at the Mushroom Festival. Great guy. This reading is the Tao Te Ching, chapter 57. You govern a kingdom by normal rules. You fight a war by exceptional moves. But you win the world by letting alone. How do I know that this is so? By what is within me. The more taboos and inhibitions there are in the world, the poorer the people become. The sharper the weapons the people possess, the greater confusion reigns in the realm. The more clever and crafty the men, the oftener strange things happen. The more articulate the laws and ordinances, the more robbers and thieves arise. Therefore, the sage says, I do not make any fuss, and the people transform themselves. I love quietude, and the people settle down in their regular grooves. I do not engage myself in anything, and the people grow rich. I have no desires, and the people return to simplicity.
Thank you, Chris. I love it when the rotating texts kind of have that synchronicity in them. At least I could see it. All right, I invite Eric. Do you want to celebrate our newly ordained ministers?
Absolutely. Oh man. Yeah, every time we go through these, just I keep coming back. It was so clear to me, you all. LSD said 1,000 ministers. Sanctuary must have 1,000 ministers. And that is entirely what set this whole minister program off, to decentralize so that it's less and less about one person standing at the top telling everybody else how they should believe or work with the mushrooms. So it is really exciting to me every time we go through this, and even more so thinking about the next group that's coming in. I guess what I would like to say in advance for the groups that will come is thank you all for helping to just start developing this. Even the conversations that we are having, as powerful as they have been, are building blocks for greater growth for others and for improvement of this program, improvement of the education and everything the Sanctuary offers. So thank you all so much for just participating in this and helping to grow it and helping to spread the message, the love, the energy that Sanctuary is all about in your own personal lives, in your homes, and further out into your communities if you choose to. So for the myself ministers that we're announcing here, and again, for those who aren't clear, like you know, there's kind of a twofold effort here, right? One is to just educate people on how to work with the mushrooms safely and effectively. And then the other is to empower people to build their own communities. I see a lot of talk on the Discord this morning about, not having community where we are, and sometimes we have to build that ourselves. That is what Courtney and I have done. I know that's what Amy's working to do up around her. We're seeing it all around. So it takes courage. And when we come together, support each other, then we can, encourage each other to take those steps. So the myself ministers that we're announcing this week, very gratefully so, are Rhonda Parker, Crystal Fields, Monty Smith, Cody Zwink, Adam Fleegs. Adam, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your last name, brother. Go ahead, tell me how you say it.
It's Filgus.
Filgus, Adam Filgus. Sorry, thanks for that,
Sorry.
Adam. Jason F. Tink, Elena Thornton, Daniel Nierenberg, Jennifer Tiernan, Ron Morgan, Emily Patterson, and David Jufs. So very excited for that, you all. Thank you so much for being a part of that. The friends and family who will then go on to hopefully be administering psilocybin to their friends and family are Gerald Pozniak, Cynthia Young, Rhonda Parker, Tristan Harris, Richard Crease. So it's been really awesome continuing on this journey. I suspect that many of you who, maintain this path for years to come will look back and see that those conversations that we had hopefully will inform a lot of the work that you do, and will give you something to reflect on and be like, oh yeah, that's that's what we were talking about those years ago, now that I'm finally having that experience. So be patient with this wonderful sacrament, my friends. It is far more powerful, far more mysterious than we could even possibly give it credit. And I look forward to watching all of your future growth in Sanctuary and individually.
Congratulations, everybody. Yeah, it brought tears to my eyes. All right, and Eric, you're going to do the announcements today too?
Yes, and it just brought tears to your eyes because you're LSD's granddaughter.
Well, LSD did lead me to the mushroom church.
I know. No, they're powerful teachers. All right, so announcements we have here. Let's see. This is my first time reading the announcements, y'all. It's on a spreadsheet, which kind of sends my brain into a whole different processing that I'm not used to. So let's see. East Coast Service, our virtual circles and workshops are now open to non-members for a suggested $5 donation, and remain open at no cost for official members. And again, that's a suggested donation. Even if you're a member or a non-member and you can't afford $5, then like we can work with that. It's a suggested donation. We have Tuesday at 6:30 These are all Eastern time. Debbie will be leading internal family systems. I should get to make that one. Boy, I've been wanting to go to that one. Thursday, 7:30, psilocybin and sobriety with Christina and Honor. Saturday at 10:30 a.m. is a book club with Russell or Jason. You can register and get the Zoom links at the events calendar on sanctuary.org. Please do register ahead of time, because it just makes things so much easier. This Wednesday, Courtney is going to be leading an in-person women's sacred circle at Clifton Universalist Unitarian here in Louisville. We'll just be 1 week into the winter season and 24 hours into full moon time. All right, my witches, during this opportunity to gather together as women at this last circle of 2023, Courtney will facilitate a full moon inspired year in review meditation, followed by a reflection, authentic relating activity. I know you all love her meditations and activities. Following the circle, the community room will be open for gathering of warm chai tea. The circle is donation based and open to all women in our community. Membership not required. Warm herbal tea will be available in the community room following the circle. Please register via the events calendar on sanctuary.org. We hope to have you there. Tuesday, 5:30 to 7:30, ET, Friends and Family Minister Jeff Love would like to invite our official members to a virtual integration discussion on past religious experiences. This is a space to verbally process and integrate your past religious experiences, thoughts on religion and spirituality after personal psychedelic experiences, and how you integrate these new ideas and thoughts into your life. Also up for discussion. You are welcome to come just to listen or participate in the active holding space of others. You're also welcome to come and integrate and process your own experience. You're welcome to participate through questions or comments. Please find the Zoom link in our private members Discord server. So that is just for members. Applications for our January-March cohorts of our new and improved subtle sacrament, women's subtle sacrament, cultivation, MISA, Friends Family Minister programs closes tonight at midnight. Becoming an ordained minister gives our members the fundamental education, greater protection, continuous support to administer sacred mushrooms to ourselves, friends, and family who are official members of Sanctuary Church. If you've been a member 4 weeks by the program start dates, you can submit your application until tonight at midnight. Thank you very much, and I'll pass that back to Amy.
Nice job, Eric.
Thank you.
All right. If you are not yet a member and interested in joining the community of almost 400 official members, you may begin the 5-step process by visiting sanctuary.org. Like the mycelial network that we emulate, Sanctuary relies on the support and resources of our community while giving back health and wholeness of the same. We seek to create a nationwide and eventually global community that contributes to the healing of humanity. Your support is incredibly valuable as we grow and even after we are established. Becoming an official member gives you access to our private official member chat server via the Discord app, our minister ordination programs, our network of sacrament cultivators, sacrament services facilitated by our friends and family and community ministers, and discounted community offerings. And I would like now for Stephen, if he would like to share our new members this week.
Hi, everyone. Hope you can hear me. We're on the road. We have 6 new members to announce this week. We have Jeremy from Indiana, Paige from California, Catherine from Maine, Dan from Oregon, Marvin from Michigan, and Charlotte from New York. So welcome, everyone.
Welcome, everybody. And thank you, Stephen. All right. And then I'm going to ask Honor if you would like to come forward and give us an update on this, on what you're doing with
okay.
society.
Along with Christina co-hosting a group, psilocybin and sobriety in quotation marks. We are going strong. I started originally sort of envisioned it as a group for people like me who had a history of in sobriety or a history in 12-step for me, and we're struggling with incorporating the responsible use of psilocybin into their lives. And under Christina's leadership, really, it's grown to be a more complex. It's evolved, I should say, into a more complex group in a very good way. We are sort of expanding our view, or at least I am, of in terms of our group and where people can come to either express their thoughts and feelings or get support or give support to others. And it really hasn't, it's been educational because no matter where you are with your substances or behaviors, and no matter where you are with your psilocybin use, it is a great place to come. And like I said, just to get some support in a confidential space. And we're really enjoying it. And even if you're comfortable with where you are, this is my last thought, I guess, is even if you're comfortable with where you are, it's a good thing to come lend support to others who might not be. Because some of this can be pretty triggering for people who have had or continue to have issues with substances or excessive behaviors.
So true. Thank you, Honor. I appreciate that and all that you're doing there. Honor's given me a few phone calls when I called her up with some concerns about my substances. So thank you. All right, so the next thing, thank you. We've come together with intentions of service to the land and all its inhabitants. It's in our hearts to go forth into the world with the collective consciousness. We encourage you to stay for continued fellowship and conversation around our readings today. And for those unable to stay, we thank you for being with us and wish you a great week ahead. And as we further our conversation, please remember that all perspectives are welcome as we search for the spiritual truth that unites us all. Please remember that we are not a medical or therapeutic organization. Statements made by the moderator or members of Psanctuary are their own. We are here discovering and exploring along with you. And with that, I will stop the recording.